do you trust me? That's all that it is. Like the Spirit saying, do you trust me? And when we say yes, oh my, you're gonna go on a magic carpet ride.
I was just talking about expansion, the feeling of expansion, and I don't know, the word really excites me right now. And I think I just have it in my mind when I'm thinking of Japan right now and a lot of the joinings that we've been having. And I was just thinking about when we come together and then we just lay out all our thoughts on the table. And the other day we had a phone call, like yesterday, and we had some options about a gathering that was coming up. And I really loved it because we were talking about what's practical and came to a decision point, and you just said, but what's the inspiration? What do you feel? And the person we were talking to just like lit up like a little girl, just like, I feel this. And I was just feeling like that's what it's all for right now. Like I really love that feeling, and we want to stay in that high where the spark is and just keep on moving towards that. Like it's the most precious state of mind.
Yeah, it's beautiful because here in Japan, like it's so beautiful. Everybody's so devoted to the course. They're so devoted to the teachings. When they listen with everything that they've got. Like there's such an honor for the Spirit, and it's very, very beautiful. And at the same time, there's this beautiful calling to be as little children. And so we've been talking about that for one of the retreats we're going to have here in Japan, that the theme would be as little children. So that's what we were talking about yesterday. Like, that feels just to allow this playfulness of the Spirit and being in the present moment together. And even that was a big theme even for the retreat. We just want to play. Let's go to the river and play. And it's very, very beautiful to watch how miracles are just unfolding naturally just from that prayer together. Like, I just want to be in the expansion and in the inspiration. And it feels very, very sweet to join in this way.
It's like we need both. Like we need the really deep, heartfelt joining. We need the space to allow whatever's not like the Spirit to come up. And not to be held on to, but just to be released. And then we need the expansive experiences and that state of mind to like, just even like symbols of playfulness, of expansion, of something new. That's why I kind of feel like sometimes the guidances that come in are so out of the box, because Spirit wants to kind of like, okay, open your eyes, open your mind, and just keep that mind open. I love it. Like that's why I feel like both are really necessary. Like, go deeper, and then just let your mind be blown by the Spirit. Like, wow. That wow experience really has, I think, carried both of us in our journeys. Like, wow. Because I think it's necessary, because as we go deeper and more sensitive things come up and deeper things come up, and at the same time, it's like if it was just about getting in touch with the darkness, who would raise their hand for that, or who could really do that in a prolonged way before it felt like a burnout? So Spirit doesn't intend us just to wallow in the darkness. It's really like, let it up, let it fly, and keep your eyes wide open, like in the light. Keep on moving those expansive experiences.
We watched in one of our online gatherings here with our Japanese friends. We watched a clip a few weeks ago from Rapunzel. It's so beautiful because kind of towards the end of that movie, when she's out on the lake and she's so drawn to these lanterns that she's been seeing all her life outside of her bedroom window, like all the lanterns up in the sky, and she just wants to go there. She wants to go to these lanterns. It's a symbol of the light in our mind and the childlike innocence, like the Christ child. And I want to go back home, like this feeling, this yearning of I want to be home again. But it was so beautiful. We watched that clip, and I know it continues to be a really beautiful symbol in my mind, those lanterns and those lights, and whatever lights up in your mind. That's how we know, like that's the Holy Spirit. Something lights up in your mind. And you just have to allow yourself to Like as if you're seeing a little lantern up in the dark sky. That's kind of how it goes. Like there's a thought in the mind amongst all this ego chatter during the day, because there's a lot of chatter in the mind. There's a thought of the spirit, like the small still voice. A little whisper. It could be a whisper or like a little prompt, and it's like if you just follow that light, that little lantern in that dark sky, you just follow that and see where it leads you. I feel that's how the journey is gone for you. It's been one inspiration at a time, like one little thought, a little nugget or a prompt from the spirit, a little spark. And just by following that and see where it leads you, it's like a real adventure in a way.
Yeah.
But not like adventure, like worldly adventure. It's an adventure going deeper into the mind. And
like an eyes wide open kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie Tangled as well for that, because you can see like she's trying to make the best with what she's got. Kind of like up in the temple kind of thing, and doing all these creative things, cooking and doing puppet shows and everything. Yeah. And at the same time, she keeps on being drawn towards that symbol of the light and the lanterns that she sees. And, you know, like you hear a lot of like course students say like, well, you shouldn't have to change anything in your life. You just go about the same things. It's all about the mind. But then the spirit really can use the symbols to blow the doors wide open in the mind with what we were allowing for ourselves. It's like, you can see those metaphysics, but it's like, if there's a prompt coming in, are we being courageous with saying yes to the prompt? And then in that movie, it's so beautiful because you can see the contrast when she leaps out of that tower and goes down onto the grass, and then she has there's that beautiful scene where she's running around. This is the best thing ever. I'm never going back. And the mind is like blown wide open. It was so necessary to kind of like have that contrast experience for her of like, oh, I've been living so small up in that tower. I've accepted such a small thing for myself. And now it's like, I kind of see like, I'm the only one who's been placing these limitations on myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like we've seen that with our own journey, but also so many people around us, like just by following one step after the next, one step after. You don't need to know the far future. The ego will always say, yeah, but you won't be taken care of further down in the future. No, you have to have some savings for the future. That's a big thing for the ego. Save for the future, for later, when you can't work, because you need to work for something that you can get. There's so much reciprocity, but actually in the complete handing over our lives fully, everything, give everything to it. Everything is taken care of, and we've seen it over and over, like again in our lives, but also so many people in the community. David always said, everybody could make a movie. You could make a movie of everybody's life, because it's so full of miracle parables and miracle stories of how the Spirit has led us step by step. You know, like guidance is a big theme actually in A Course in Miracles, and David has emphasized that over and over again over these years. It's about guidance, prayer and guidance, prayer and guidance. It's not an intellectual journey. It's not an intellectual endeavor. It's very practical, and the Spirit will use all the symbols of time and space to unwind us from those symbols. And it's a very joyful journey. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about Francis too, because, you know, I loved it when like David and Francis would speak about Francis's journey, and that she did have like plans, like she wanted to see the world and, you know, just kind of get out there. But she was really trying to, you know, work on a little nest egg kind of thing, like putting money aside and this, you know, saving it up for like a day in the future. And it was going to be like, maybe when she retired after she'd worked for like 20 years or whatever it was, she would go for it. But then like, when she felt that call of the heart and the connection with David, and it was really the purpose. It wasn't about the travel, but it was like, you know, it was like there's the intention there. It's like, oh my gosh, I can give my life to a whole new way of living, like of approaching the every day. I can have a totally new way. And she said a full yes to that, and like, I'll go wherever the Spirit guides me to go. And she did end up like traveling the whole world with David, but she did it like with such a beautiful purpose and a depth wherever she went, and meeting wonderful, mighty companions who had the same purpose as she did. So every place she went to was being used in such a full and beautiful way of like joining in miracles.
Yeah, we've all experienced the blessing of her saying yes to her calling. Everybody who met Frances has felt that presence and that innocence and that full acceptance and joy of saying yes to the calling.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I think we all want to just see that we can live our lives that way, like every day. Because, you know, it's like even some of the ones who we've spoken to who feel like, oh, I'm stuck in my way of doing things, but we join for a while, and so often like the childlike joy will come up and like, there you are. You know, it's like
That's your next prom.
Even if we think we have a strong defense of like, well, I'm really stuck in my life and stuck in the way of, I don't know how to get out of it. But when we join in the present moment and you feel that little spark of joy, that's everything. And as long as we keep on coming towards that, it's just like the Spirit handles the rest. It kind of really lights up everything.
Yeah. I keep thinking it too about the Disney movies. I watched Frozen 2 last night. Again, it's such a big movie over Sharon. It's such a big symbol for me. And I was just thinking about when you said, when Frances heard the calling, and we all heard the calling. It's kind of like in that movie when she hears, she's trying to say, I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
I said I'm going to stay here and take care of Arendelle. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go off.
I'm comfortable now. Very nice life. Thank you very much. I am not hearing you call. Like she's trying to push it away, but it's inevitable. There's an inevitability to this journey. Like when we're ready and we're feeling that calling, everything, the Spirit in us just wants to say yes.
Yeah.
Leap into the unknown. Leap into the unknown. I've got you.
Yeah.
Like I've got you. Like that Indiana Jones scene where he just has to take, even he doesn't see yet how he's provided on the next step, but it is provided. Like it's always, what's guided is provided. So we just want to tune into that. Okay, what's just the next step for me? And just do that. And then the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. We don't need to know the whole plan. He's got the plan. Like he's got the plan. I place the future in the hands of God. Like all these course lessons are pointing to a practical living experience of every single lesson, like the vibrancy and the aliveness of it. I just know that's what I wanted when I started the journey. My first prayer was, I feel like when I opened it, it was, I want to live this. That was my thought. I want to live this. Jesus, send me the ones that are living this. This cannot be a book. Like this is not a book. And then from that prayer, everything is given. All the ones that are needed for you on your journey will be sent to you by Jesus. The Spirit will send the ones that are most helpful for your next steps, because we want to be able to hear the message clearly and in a gentle way, that we feel like, oh, okay, I can take this step. I can take this step. The Spirit will never ask us to do anything we're not ready for. It's just the next step.
Yeah.
And that can launch you off in a journey with, you can't even, beyond imagination.
Yeah. I think that's so great, because you're right. It's like the ego is so fearful because it's so unknown. It doesn't that's into the unknown. Like that's where the Spirit wants to take us, into what's unknown to the ego. And so it's freaking out, but it's kind of, it also projects all these things like security things, and well, what are you going to do, or where's your income going to come from, how are you going to take care of yourself, what about your family, what about this, what about that, and it kind of turns it into a very dire situation where it's just like, okay, yeah, I can't move. If you listen to that voice, you're suddenly frozen up with like, oh yeah, if you believe it. But the Spirit is so practical. Actually, it's like, don't worry. I've got you, but all you have to do is this one next step. Just be in the joy in this next step.
Yeah.
Just say yes in a full way. We never have to know more than what's given in every moment.
No, that's how it is for us too. Like, we're in Japan. We came to Japan. We could be here for 3 months. We didn't have a 3-month plan. Nobody gave us a 3-month plan. It's like day to day. Okay, pray. Okay, and then messages come in or invitations come. Who's calling?
Yeah.
Where's the call?
Yeah.
Like, where's the call coming from? It's, like, and then it's a call and respond. But it's with the Spirit. The Spirit provides the call.
And sometimes we wake up and like a thought dropped into my mind. It's like, hey, I thought about this place today. Oh, I had the same thought. I kind of discounted that quickly. And then we go like, well, okay, let's go towards it. But just that willingness to like, we don't even know why sometimes we're heading in a certain direction.
Yeah, or
but
give somebody a call,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The path is given.
Yeah.
Like, it's given. When we say yes to it, it's given fully.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is what we need. We want to join together in the miracles and to build trust. We want to have that trust, solid foundation of trust. But how do you build trust? By trusting, by taking the leap. There's no way to trust to stay just theoretically. Like, you have to take those steps, because the miracles will convince your mind.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to convince ourselves that this is true. Jesus is going to convince us that it's true. That's a hell of a job. Try to convince ourselves that this is all true. We can't actually. It's not our task. It's not our part. Our part is to come with our willingness and to say yes. That's all.
Yeah, even if,
Follow.
like, I think sometimes like, Spirit, why can't you just give me a clear picture of what's to come? Well, the thing is, like, we probably, because it's the ego who's asking for this plan for everything to be laid out, and it will pick things apart, even if it thought it knew what was going to come up. So it's really, and the Spirit's directing us to a state of mind where we're not invested in the future. It's like, no, withdraw this fearful thinking from the future, from the past. I don't want you to try to plan and organize those things. Just now. That's all you need. Be with me now. And it's so simple in that way. It's like the simplest thing that could possibly be asked for. And just to believe like that we will be taken care of, like the Spirit really will take, and everyone will be taken care of in our answering of that. Yeah. Precious.
It's a masterful plan.
Oh, what a masterful plan.
It's beyond our own imagination.
It's an adventure. It's like the highest adventure.
I think about that scene. I'm full of Disney today. I don't know why, but I think about that scene of, I just love it. The Spirit, I used to love Disney, so the Spirit's still using it. But it's that scene from Aladdin, where he goes towards Jasmine and he's on the magic carpet. And he puts out his hand and he says, "Do you trust me?" And Jasmine's, "What? Do you trust me? Do you?" That's all that it is. Like the Spirit saying, "Do you trust me?" And when we say yes, oh my, you're gonna go on a magic carpet ride into a whole new world. Like, I really, really feel that our lives are a testimony of that. And again, so many people that we've met over all these years, that David has met over decades of sharing. It's just our life becomes a living testimony of him, of his love, like of God's love for us. And
it's such an unwinding, because it's just like when the mind is invested in the things of time and the outcomes, it gets dragged down into this linear way of behaving and the thinking, and it becomes so dark and so dense and heavy. And then the Spirit is just like, come with me on a magic carpet ride, be with me here now. Just be with me in the dance right in this moment. And it's so freeing, and we're lifted to higher and higher states where it's just like, oh my gosh, is that really all that I need to do? That's all that's ever been required.
That's beautiful.
It's a happy, joyful, bright message.
The dance of the miracles. So send our love from Japan. And thank you, everyone. Wishing you a beautiful day or night or evening, wherever you are in the world. And
let's keep our eyes and hearts wide open to the signs and symbols that are guiding us in every moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Mwah.